ArtSound has the honour of having Her Excellency, the Honourable Ms Sam Mostyn AC, as our patron. We were pleased to receive the Governor-General at our facility in the Manuka Arts Centre. It was a very special day in the life of ArtSound.
Good morning.
Good morning, Your Excellency. How are you?
I'm very well.
I'm Bart Meehan. I'm the President of ArtSound.
Great to see you.
This is Chris.
Hello, Chris.
Hi. Yeah.
Wonderful to meet you.
Manager of the technology. Yes. Come on through.
Her Excellency was greeted by members and was invited to sign our visitors' book.
Good morning.
Sorry, we've got our film crews.
That's all right.
Joanne and Steve. This is Julie, our Manager of
Hello,
Operations.
Julie.
And behind her is Brian Leonard. Brian is actually going to be doing one of the shows in the new studio from 10 o'clock. So he's one of our great presenters.
Great, wonderful.
We might get you to do the official thing and sign in for us, please.
Would you like it there or here?
Nah, there, we'll give you a page of your own.
Page of my own.
ArtSound President Bart Meehan explained that ArtSound operates 24/7 all year round, with no staff but many dedicated volunteers.
Totally a volunteer operation. We don't have a single paid staff member.
It's incredible.
So we run this through there. So a couple of these studios, and we'll. This is an interesting thing. Just interesting in the sense that this is what we call our archive studio. And
so I grew up in a house with two reel-to-reels,
okay.
hi-fi, my dad's pride and joy.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is like being in my
there
my
you
family's living room in the all my childhood and young adulthood living at home, and it was always hi-fi, always reel-to-reel. Always, it was my dad's pride and joy. So this is
over the years we've probably done about 100,000 items from the National Film and Sound Archive,
yes,
from the National Library, from the War Memorial, and private collections.
yeah.
So we can continue serving our community using quality technology, we have been upgrading the facility.
So we do, as I said, live broadcast from that studio, and we're going to now get you to do a bit of ribbon cutting.
Yes, of course.
This is our podcasting studio because, of course, podcasting is now a part of our media package.
Yes.
And so this is our new studio in a technology sense. And Chris can quickly speak to you about the difference. And this, if you'd like to come
around the side
Would you like
here.
to come here?
Yeah, this is a German product, one of the first in Australasia that we've imported, and we chose it because it meets our needs perfectly for our presenters.
Yes.
It's a combination of analogue and digital,
Fantastic.
so it's part of the process of upgrading to fully digital.
The amazing work led by Chris Deacon OAM was recognised by the cutting of a ribbon by Her Excellency.
As Australia's 28th Governor-General and the first Governor-General to have been born in Canberra, in fact to have spent most of my youth in Curtin, very close to the history of this wonderful, wonderful community organisation, it gives me great pleasure today to officially open and launch Studio number 1 here at ArtSound. It's a great pleasure for me to do this, and in doing it I want to thank all the volunteers, everyone here at ArtSound who worked so hard to make sure that a state-of-the-art studio is now available for ArtSound, and we are all the beneficiaries of that upgrade. And I want to thank you for all that hard work, knowing that you continue to work in other studios with older technology, still servicing the needs of everyone who loves the arts and music that you bring to Canberra and the rest of the country. So with that, I officially open Studio.
Yes.
There we go.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
After some very happy snaps, the 28th Governor-General and the first from Canberra was invited to view the recording studio.
So you do it from there. So
Yeah, basically that's the control room
Yes.
that Chris will now operate. And as you can see in here, we've got
Will
this
do.
lovely studio and
These
a
are
lovely...
CDs we've produced, local musicians, some
Yes.
of the CDs we've produced for
oh,
them.
fantastic.
We do some commercial work here as well.
Yes.
We've done stuff for Disney Studios, we've done stuff for the BBC.
Yeah. You get the musicians,
Yes.
for
We have,
example.
we have a competition called Young Virtuoso of the
Yes.
Year with
Yep.
young classical musicians, and they broadcast live from in here.
Wonderful.
And for many years I did Friday Night Live, which was a jazz program
Yes,
from here.
fantastic.
Ms Mostyn kindly agreed to participate in an interview which would be part of future programming on ArtSound.
I think you'll sit there and we'll get Chris to set up the volumes and all that sort of stuff, and
Should be all pretty well ready to go.
ready to rock and roll.
After the interview, an enthusiastic group of ArtSound members were treated to a very thoughtful address from our patron.
Each other for the Australian Honours. Often we don't nominate people in this sector enough. So anyone might be other. I'm a curtain girl, and I know that ArtSound's start in '83 is in the Curtin Library, so the curtain shops, the library, that was all part of the laying down of the foundations of who I am. We grew up in a household wherever we were of music, particularly jazz and the American songbook, and travelling around Canberra to various venues to see live jazz. And of course, by the time I got to ANU, where I studied arts law, the ANU refectory, full of the greatest of Australian bands that were emerging, was entirely the landscape of my time on campus. I went on and spent a lot of time in the arts and culture. And I think it was from that foundational start with a family that encouraged us to engage in the full range of what life has to offer. So I'm as comfortable next door at Manuka footy, at the Manuka Oval, watching footy, as I am going up to the National Gallery or turning on ArtSound and listening to the best of music or conversation, or visiting any of Australia's or Canberra's cultural institutions. I spent a long time involved in arts administration. I served on the Australia Council for the Arts Board for many years, now Creative Australia. I was a volunteer as a young lawyer at the Arts Law Centre in Sydney, providing free legal advice to artists and musicians, and I've spent a lot of time in the music industry. I chaired a family business called the Alberts Music Group, and of course Alberts, over generations, in addition to bringing the Australian song sheet to Australia in the 1890s and all the way through the 20th century, went on to be music producers and found the Easy Beats, AC/DC, John Paul Young, and so to be involved in that family who now is committing themselves as a foundation to music education and to putting an instrument in every public school in Australia was something I was very proud to be part of before I became your Governor-General. So to come back to Canberra as Governor-General, to come back to arts and creativity, music, culture, and to be asked to be your patron was very, very special. So it's not theoretical for me. This is not just something I'll phone in. This is something I'm genuinely passionate about. I'm very grateful to all of you. I want to acknowledge, of course, Bart and Chris for their leadership roles here, and all of the team here who run this wonderful ArtSound facility and provide your listeners with exceptional service through everything that you do and have done and continue to do in innovating your podcasts, your new artists, helping to find new artists and make sure they're recorded, and then providing Canberrans and those that are listening to the FM channel the broadest range of cultural experiences. And I know that every one of you is a volunteer. My main job to do is to congratulate everyone involved in ArtSound since its inception in 1983, everything that has come since, and the things that still lie ahead with your great ambition. I hope to be part of that, to celebrate the opening of Studio One, a state-of-the-art studio that joins the other studios here, making sure that the very best of sound is delivered across the nation, and to thank you as volunteers for your lifetime support generously to make sure that arts and culture sit at the heart of who we are, and we never forget that. And to come back now as your Governor-General and as patron is a great honour for me. So this morning it's to say thank you to all of you. I look forward to being a regular listener when I can get a chance to turn the radio on, but to listen to the podcasts and to come back many times. And I thank you very much for everything you do. I hope to see more of you. I'm an avid fan of ArtSound and I'm very proud to be your patron. So thank you for inviting me and thank you for this glorious morning together. Thanks everybody.
And there was one more special moment.
Now what I'd like to do, this is an important moment, so with Bart and Chris, I'd like to leave you with the coin of the Governor-General.
Oh wow, thank you
so
very much.
You would know that my insignia is the crown and wattle, and so we have King Charles's Tudor crown here and the wattle, and our coat of arms. So just a very small memento that says I'll be back, and we'd love you to come to Government House and maybe that can go with the memorabilia.
think it'll find pride of place in the studios. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. I appreciate it.
Thank you for everything.
Yes.
And I'll be a regular listener and hopefully turn up on a few little conversations.